everyone, I'm Sarah Ramsden.
And I'm Summer Inanen.
And we are nutritionists answering your health questions. And today, Summer, the question is anonymous, but I know it comes from a lot of you. And that is, what can I do about constipation?
Yeah, don't be shy. Talk about your poop.
Yeah, ooh, it's very important.
Yes. So what is constipation? Well, constipation is basically when your digestive system is not working properly and therefore you don't have adequate bowel movements. And so adequate bowel movements is really, you want to have one good poo a day. And by good poo, we mean that, you're not sitting there straining to get it out. Like, it comes out easily, it's well formed.
It's effortless. And there should be no library in your bathroom.
Yeah, you don't need an almanac to get you through it. And that's a minimum of one per day. So some experts, or the media will say it's okay to go every other day or, every couple days. It's not. Like, really, when you think about it, what goes in must come out. And it's important to get rid of the toxins and other bacteria and to keep your system clean on the inside.
Yeah.
So what do we do about it?
Oh, yes, it's my turn. So a good whole food diet, number one thing. So if you're not already there, if you haven't already kind of eliminated all of the kind of packaged food from your diet, you need to do that. And then you need to do what we call an elimination diet. We are getting rid of specifically things like grains, sugars, dairy, things like that, so you can figure out how they're affecting you. Now, this is because food sensitivities can really contribute to that kind of digestive difficulty and constipation, and we have a whole video on how to overcome food sensitivities where we go into great depth on gut healing protocols and why they're important and how it all, the whole process of digestion and how it is kind of all affects what goes in versus what comes out. So go check out that video, we'll link it below. But what else?
Yeah. So once you kind of, are on like a whole foods diet, sometimes in that first initial 1 to 2 weeks, people suffer from constipation, and that's because you're removing foods that were sort of irritating your gut and therefore causing you to go poo. So for example, if you are someone that is sensitive to dairy, but before you were eating maybe yogurt for breakfast every day, well, that yogurt could have been irritating you and therefore causing you to go poo. And now that you've removed that irritant, your body's taking some time to readjust.
Yeah, it's really like a false sense of security as far as your digestion is concerned.
Yeah.
It's not a true reaction.
Yeah, like your body's trying to get rid of it because it's not supposed to be there. So keep that in mind. It is common in that first kind of 1 to 2 weeks. But some other things that you can do, and if you're eating a whole foods diet and still suffering from constipation, number one, make sure you're drinking enough water. So a minimum of 2 liters a day.
Actual water.
Yeah. So, things like coffee, tea, that doesn't count in your water. It's pure water. Starting the day with a nice tall glass of water with lemon is a really good way to kind of get the juices flowing as well. We like our clients to do that.
Yeah.
In addition, make sure you're eating enough fat. So often, especially with women, I see they just don't eat enough fat because they're still fat phobic and they're putting just this little tiny amount in the pan, and you want to use a good amount because fat stimulates the production of bile in the gallbladder, which then stimulates peristalsis, which is those contractions that get the poo to move through your system.
Yeah.
In addition to that, you want to include some more carbohydrates. Maybe you're not eating enough starchy vegetables like sweet potatoes and squash, because those are the prebiotics that feed the probiotics in your gut, which also help to support a good bowel movement.
Yeah, and those probiotics, those bacteria, 60 to 70% of your poo, so
yeah,
really important.
Yeah, and that's another thing. You want to make sure that you're eating adequate probiotics, which we've talked about in length in other videos. And so in that getting rid of food sensitivities video that we'll link to, you can read more about that there. But just eating fermented foods is a great place to start.
Yeah, and then there's the lifestyle components that you can look into. Exercise is very important. Just get everything moving. Go for a walk, go for a run. Running is notorious for getting your bowels moving.
Yeah.
As are squats. You might notice that on squat day at the gym. And also your posture when you go to the bathroom. The toilet was perhaps the worst thing invented for our health. We're designed to squat when we go to the bathroom. So anything that you can do to raise your knees up and get more into a squat position, the better. And the more easy it's going to be, the more poo is going to come out. It's quite profound. So there are things called squatty potties that kind of tuck away nicely around your toilet. but you don't need that. You can have, you know, repurpose that stack of books to put your feet on, or, you know, your garbage can or something like that. But honestly, every single client of mine is just like, I did that, I didn't tell anyone what I was doing, but it's the best thing ever.
A friend of mine said just perch like a gargoyle. That's what you want to do.
So that, and then stress management. If you are super stressed, chronically stressed, you know, for example, that your shoulders get really tense, well, everything in your body, all the muscles in your body doing the same. So that colon of yours is like, it's like super tense, and that's when you get those super thin poops, right? That's when you know that your colon is just like, oh my God. So you need to like work on your stress management. Another kind of thing that can help is castor oil packs. We're not going to go into those in detail, but really it involves soaking some very thin organic white cotton in warm castor oil, putting it on your abdomen, and then just like leaving it, keeping it warm for like an hour, and that really helps get things moving. As does like a nice massage on the belly clockwise around where the colon is. Just nice circles, and that gets things going as well. Especially good for kids.
Yes, and then the last thing you want to do is supplement with, try supplementing with magnesium. And we covered this at length in our How to Get Rid of Leg Cramps video. So you can check that out for more information on the dosage and how to incorporate that into your diet.
Yeah, magnesium is important because when you're stressed out, we tend to burn through a lot of it. So that can be a big factor in just addressing that. But you got to address the stress too. You just can't supplement it away.
Yeah. So if you have questions for us, email them to asksummerandSarah@gmail.com, and we will answer them in an upcoming episode. Thanks for watching.
For your question, Anonymous. Yeah, we'll see you soon. Bye.